All right. So I will discover the question in the same time as you. And those questions or those points come from the expat community in Da Nang. So, the 5 things I learned living in Da Nang for 4 months. I'm heading out in 2 days, but already planning to come back next winter. 1. Apartment hunting. I spent a month in hotels while chasing listings that were always just rented. What finally worked? Walking around the neighborhoods, I liked and asking in person. My apartment was 12 million months, 2 months, and by the beach with the pool on the roof. It is available as I write this. Let me know. Okay. So yeah, concerning the first point, I guess me too. My apartment actually, when I arrive in Da Nang, I stay in the hotel. So the hotel you cannot really negotiate because most of us go on Airbnb or Booking and stuff. And then yeah, what is very efficient is to walking around, and if you really like the place or the apartment, you go inside and you ask the people, you ask the staff inside. I think it's the best solution though, it's a good point. Because you're gonna lose so many hours, so many time by just going on Facebook and ask the people, but it's already someone else on it, it's maybe already booked, maybe it's not available, maybe the guy doesn't see your message or something. Yeah, you go there, out there in person, it's way better. I think so. Second point, making friends. So the Facebook group Expat in Da Nang, this Facebook group has been a gold mine. I found amazing people and joined a WhatsApp group for pickleball, ultimate frisbee, ping pong, chess, coding, AI. Yeah, so there is a community group. I believe if you're a digital nomad, you already know that because it's the same in Chiang Mai, Bangkok, whatever. You can, when you arrive here in Da Nang, whatever your age, you can join the group, the WhatsApp group or the Facebook group, and have different community. And there's a lot for 3D, for AI, for learning Vietnamese, for there is a bunch of group of people just gathering and play together. They are very useful. I think if you're alone, finding a community is a very good point. When I arrived here, I was alone. I'm okay to be alone, but what I did is like join the co-work, and then that's the same. You join the co-work, you're with the community. Everybody work on the computer. You're doing the sport together. You're doing some activities together. So just joining community. But there is the tools who helping you to join your community is the Facebook group, and I believe the name is Expat in Da Nang. So you can directly find it on Facebook. Third points, visa run. I planned a 9-day trip to Thailand and tried applying for 90 days visa there. Long story short, mistakes were flagged. I got vague error messages and never heard back in time. Hit back in time. Lesson learned. I used Lean Visa for a same-day trip to Laos. Exhausting but effective. Next time I let them help with the paperwork and just enjoy the real vacation abroad. Yeah, I think a lot of people make that mistake. Because usually the paperwork normally is between 3 and 10 days. So people, what they say is like, I'm in Da Nang, so I should just travel abroad like in Thailand or Cambodia or whatever around, the Philippines. And I just booked my flight already back in again in Vietnam 10 days after, and then that's it. I get my visa, everyone happy, I can travel. But the thing is, like, in reality, what happened is like people fly out Vietnam, they already take the fly back, the fly in 10 days after already booked, but they never received or they don't receive the visa. So this is common error, a lot of people do. And this guy mentioned Lean Visa in the message, and they are very efficient to take care of your visa as well. That's why personally I do. During one day, I jump in a bus, I go to Lao Bao, they take care of everything, I come back on the same day, that's good. But if you want to work, if you want to travel abroad, I recommend you to take either, a long time, more than 15 days abroad, and you're flexible. That's it. Don't book your flight back. Like, for example, you leave Da Nang, you want to make your visa to come back. Okay, fly out, that's cool. But don't book your flight to come back in Vietnam. Don't do it. Like, be flexible. Otherwise, you can do the Lao Bao bus with Lean Visa. Is very cool. And this guy say it's exhausting. It's not very exhausting. I mean, all depends what is exhausting for you, but like you leave from 7 a.m. and you come back at 7 p.m. You're in the bus and you're doing nothing, so you can, you know, read a book, listen music or whatever. Actually, it's take one day. Yeah. So the visa actually is 3 months. You can have up to 3 months. So you have to do 4 times in a year. So to stay 1 year in Vietnam, it's gonna take you 4 days, and it's gonna cost you around $600. Yeah, and, maybe less, a little bit less. Money stuff. So that's the fourth point. Money stuff. Best ATMs I found were HSBC. Some allow up to 15 million for exchange. Go to jewelry shop. Great race with Chris, $100. I don't know, guys. I think I don't agree with that. The best ATM here is construction. The best ATM here is TP Bank because there is no fee. That's the only one with no fees around. So what is annoying is like there's a lot of people who know that, so they go there because that's the best one. And I don't know, when you try to withdraw more than 2 million, the machine say no. So you have to do 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, which is very time consuming, but there is no fee. So you avoid the $100 fee. All depends on your budget. Otherwise you can, everywhere, I think, take up to 15 million with the fees. There is no problem right that. But yeah, I just learned that from Hannah. She's here with me. The gold shop and the jewelry shop, actually, if you want to exchange money, is a very good rate. We compare with Wise, the rates and exchange rates in the gold shop and stuff. They are very good. Yeah, I didn't know that. Fifth point, learning Vietnamese. Private lesson at Go Vietnamese have been great, super flexible and around $250K an hour. $250K an hour is like $10 an hour. I'm learning practical phrases for daily life, not just textbook stuff. Yeah, I think if you want to learn Vietnamese, tech lesson is very good because once again, you come back to being with people, being in community, if you cannot discipline yourself. Because I say discipline yourself because on YouTube, on internet and YouTube, there is so many useful resources that I consult times here and there. There is amazing, beautiful resources. I get few YouTube channels, few websites, or they are very amazing at learning Vietnamese, for learning Vietnamese. Anki, for example, is very cool to learning Vietnamese. And of course, speak with people when you have occasion. I mean, I never took Vietnamese lesson, and my Vietnamese is way better than most of foreigner here, just because I try to speak to anyone in Vietnamese. I don't speak English. I speak only Vietnamese when I speak to Vietnamese. At least I try, you know. So I think it's very important points. Whether you live in Philippines or the Philippines, they speak English, but I don't know the country. Whatever the country you live, you have to learn the language a bit. Like this, that's normal. There is some people that stay here in Vietnam for 10 years. They don't even speak chut Vietnamese. It's not good. So that was the 5 things Chris Patrick, the guy who make this post, learned living in Da Nang for 4 months. That was relevant, I think, to speak about those. So that's it. That was a short video about that. If you have something to say about it, you can leave a message in a comment. I will be happy to have different perspective.